It was a crisp and solemn morning, and the streets of New York City felt different that day. The usual hum of traffic and chatter was gone, replaced by a heavy silence filled with anticipation. Along the wide avenues, thousands of soldiers stood in flawless formation, their uniforms gleaming under the pale light. And at the very heart of it all stood Donald Trump, framed by the towering Empire State Building and the proud, waving American flag. This was not an ordinary gathering. It was a historic moment. For weeks, rumors had circulated of a military assembly unlike any other. Yet no one knew what would unfold. Citizens lined the barricades, watching with bated breath. Around them, news crews from every corner of the world captured each detail, their cameras flashing and rolling, ensuring the moment would be remembered forever. Trump stepped forward to the podium, his red tie bold against his dark suit. His face bore an expression of deep resolve. Behind him, rows of U.S. Marines stood tall, embodying discipline, tradition, and strength. To his right, an ocean of army soldiers stretched endlessly into the horizon, their presence a living symbol of sacrifice and resilience. Two different scenes, yet one story. On one side, the Marines with the flag and the city skyline. On the other, the army, a sea of determination and loyalty. Together, they symbolized unity, a reminder that the strength of America lay not in division, but in standing as one. This was more than ceremony. It was a commemoration. The assembly marked the 75th anniversary of a forgotten battle, one fought on foreign soil but forever tied to America's destiny. It was a battle in which countless young men had given their lives, their courage shaping the freedoms enjoyed today. When Trump began to speak, his voice carried across the city like a steady drumbeat. Today, we honor the bravery of those who stood when it mattered most. We gather here not merely as soldiers and citizens, but as one people, under God, under freedom, and united in the belief that America will never fall. The soldiers stood firm, their eyes locked forward. Some were young recruits, fresh and eager, while others were hardened veterans who bore the quiet weight of experience. For each of them, this was more than a speech. It was a reminder of the oath they had sworn, to protect, to defend, and to serve. Then, the Marine Corps band began to play. Trumpets blared, drums pounded, and the music rolled down the city streets like thunder. Soldiers lifted their rifles in perfect unison, their salute echoing with power. In the crowd, civilians wept openly, realizing they were witnessing a rare moment, a living monument of unity, sacrifice, and patriotism. Yet there was something deeper hidden beneath the podium. Resting quietly below Trump's hands was a small, sealed wooden box. Inside were letters written decades ago by soldiers who had never returned home. Their words, messages of hope, courage, and sacrifice.